outside our district. Oh,
Just don't move the chair.
how to stay black.
I just said don't move the chair.
All right, ready? If you're gonna do all this fancy crap, I'm gonna read the sauce again. Or are we already starting?
We're starting.
Do you want to restart it real quick
Why?
so I can read this?
Just read the sauce right now.
All right. Finally, I can see you again, Dad. Dad always agreed on his promises. This is so depressing.
You gotta read it, man.
Sorry, I can't help myself. I haven't seen you so long and you're an adult now. What do you think you're doing, Dad? Oh, yes, this is my favorite flavor. Oh, yes. Dad, stop. If you keep that up, I'll come. Why? Sorry, Dad. Why would I be mad? I've wanted to do that with you. You're still my beloved and adorable son. You've really grown up. Do you like my peck job? Okay. Let's see.
You gotta keep reading it, man.
He's just too cute. Sure, you can come whenever you want. Let's do this again tomorrow and the day after. All right, cool. I remember how it goes. I'd say the first most prevalent matter that I just immediately think about.
Wait, before you talk, before we discuss this true art, we gotta say what we're gonna talk about today.
What we've been talking about today?
What we're gonna talk about today. I don't remember the numbers.
The first sauce we're gonna talk about. The numbers are, let me see, 304845. It is a father and his son reunited, and it is a muscular sauce where the father's pecs are big enough to immediately just give a peck job, just right off the bat, to a relative sized dick, just like right off the bat. We're talking like at least 7 inches, and just peck job. These are some Arnold Schwarzenegger tits, homie. Like, these are some...
I can't stay serious when you're talking like, oh, so he immediately gives a peck job.
Dude, he does. Like,
I know.
What do you think about the peck job?
I didn't like it.
You didn't, well, the thing is, I think you just didn't like it because I know right off the bat...
Did you like it?
Hold on.
No. Did you like it?
Let me finish.
Did you like it?
Did
you like it?
I was talking first, dumbass.
Hey,
We'll fight right on this fucking set.
No, listen.
Don't even test me. Okay, whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Did you like it? I said it. You gotta tell me. Did you?
I said let me finish talking first.
Did?
I'm not gonna be fair to you. You're not gonna be fair to me.
Hey, you were no. I'm being. You talk.
I know right off the bat. You do not like when men and men mix. You just don't, and that's fair. We all have our preferences.
Are you saying you do?
I feel like just because he has a mustache, and just because that is the sole reason you choose to take an immediately negative stance on this topic.
No,
you
that's
didn't even
not
talk about the fucking art.
No,
You just
listen,
immediately went to,
listen.
do you think it's fucking good? Well, I immediately went to that, but you just immediately went to no. You didn't even mention the good art.
Okay,
You didn't even mention the plot. You didn't mention any of that.
I'm not
it's
saying
cheating. You hate that more.
Yeah, okay, listen. Here is my explanation to all of that. It's not that I think the sauce is bad because it's gay. I don't think it's bad. But I think it's bad because, one, there's almost no exposition. It's just like immediately kind of there, you know. Two.
A lot of sauces are like that, though.
I don't like those sauces. You know?
You kind of do.
No, I
You're
don't.
honestly going to argue that Fox girl sauce,
Which one?
that Fox one where she comes, I should wait, pause. Let's take a logical stance first, and then we'll go to opinions and like passion. Okay, logic first. From a mediocre, mediated perspective,
Gotta put my logic hat on.
valid. I keep talking. Let me put my logic shades on. Now, from a logical perspective, just right off the bat, I would say that not only is the art relatively adequate,
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
though the plot is lacking, for 16 pages, it does do a relatively good job of setting up like at least the circumstance of where we are. Honestly, though, for like 16 pages, homie. Like, I've seen plots unable to do that in 100 pages.
Yeah,
And
fair
this
enough,
is
fair
able
enough.
to do it in 16. Right off the bat. I
get
know who
that.
my dad was, but I'm grown up now. And now he's coming home after a long hiatus. He immediately chooses him over his mom. That immediately says a lot about how the dad stands with the son and whatnot. So right off the bat, you know what you're getting yourself into. You saw the plot. There's a big muscular man grabbing another man's dick. That's kind of just like, yo, we know what's going to happen. So to click on it, I think that you would immediately understand that. Going with the mindset of someone who understands that and knows what it's going to be and wants to see that, I'd say it's a relatively mediocre sauce. It's not that bad.
I'm not.
It's definitely good nutting
Okay,
material.
I'm not saying it's the worst thing you would ever read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
From
like,
a logical perspective.
Okay. From a logical perspective, like strictly, no opinions, just logic. I agree with you that it is definitely not the worst thing in the world,
For only 16 pages.
especially for only 16 pages. You know, I agree with you that much. Where it has an arc, a very obvious arc.
Word.
That, but like, what, from a logical standpoint, what I don't like about it is, I forgot what I was going to say.
While you're collecting your thoughts, something else I forgot to mention was that it didn't feel too rich in theme as well as in passion. It felt like yes, while they did build up some.
Oh, I remember.
Go ahead.
You reminded me. What I didn't like about it was that, yes, that it had a good exposition, or a good, not exposition, but a good, like it told you what it was. What I didn't like about it was the relationship between the father and son. Sure, it makes it known that they
Love
had
each
a
other.
relationship. You know, like, oh, my dad's coming back. What it didn't make it known is what kind of relationship that was. Whether or not that was sexual in the past.
It did jump on us rather
Yeah,
quickly.
like it kind of just happened. You didn't know if this is the first time or if it's happening. It sounded like it was the first time, but it's like if it was the first time, how did it go along so easily? You know, the son. It's like the son treated it like it wasn't the first time, even though it said that it was the first time. You know what I mean?
I do agree.
Yeah.
Like, right off the bat, if they were to have kept that whole stance where it was like, my father's coming home, this is the kind of relationship we have, and they built upon that,
Yes.
I feel it could have been a lot more balanced, if you will.
Yeah.
Whereas what it did was, my father's coming home, I can't wait to see him. All right, I'm masturbating to some porn. That
No.
just immediately tells us a lot about the character. But then the fact that the
No.
dad just attacks him almost.
Yeah,
He just
no,
comes
it
upon him.
it
How
was
does-
literally out of nowhere.
Right.
And like in a normal scenario,
To be fair, it's not like he was trying to hurt him.
No.
He was just giving him a little bit of head. And like if you were just chilling and you were going with your hand, a head is far more preferable to a hand. I don't know about you, sir, but head is far more preferable to a hand in terms of pleasure alone.
I wouldn't know.
As I was saying, shit. So him helping him, like in my opinion, it's not that bad. But he did kind of
It's
jump
the
on
way
it.
it's the way he did it.
He didn't even say, "I'm home," you know.
Yeah, no.
He didn't say what's up to the mom. He just popped up in his son.
Well, 'cause the
"Hey,
mom-
you want
was
some
the mom
head,
even
motherfucker?"
home?
Like, huh?
And the way they talked made it sound like the mom wasn't even home.
I think she was. That's why they're being so quiet about it. That's what makes it a lot worse. Also,
Okay, we
in
don't.
the title,
we don't,
it
okay,
just
no.
says cheating.
Listen.
That immediately gives you an
We
idea.
don't know that the dad didn't say hi to the mom first. We just
Then
know
why
that-
didn't they hang out? Like, why did whenever
no,
he
'cause
see
it-
her again,
No,
she
no.
just...
Listen.
Actually,
Wait.
wait, I don't think she was home.
No, because what happened was wait, what? What did you say? Oh no, what did you say?
I said I don't think she was home because remember whenever he saw her again, she just immediately kind of like popped out. Like, oh my gosh, honey, how was your trip? You know, not
Oh yeah,
like,
no, she wasn't
hey,
home.
we've seen each other before. It was
Yeah.
kind of like an unpredictable sort of,
Yeah, she wasn't home.
yeah. But that kind of just makes it all the worse. Again, there is
There's no
cheating
way. There's no
on
way.
the
There's
title.
there's no way a man of that stature could sneak around anywhere.
Homie's big. He's huge. Like, even if you were like your height and you were built like that, you'd at least be 180. Like, that is...
no more than that.
That's some Donkey Kong footsteps, homie. You just can't. creeping around. Let me give you some top right quick. No.
In fact, that reminds me. How did the kid not hear his dad coming?
He was jerking off to porn, those moans.
Still, could you not hear the fucking Godzilla? Boom, boom, boom,
Maybe
you
it
know?
matched up with the thrust, like, boom, boom.
Like, I don't.
But
My parents are to the left of us. So,
my parents left me. Now,
I
think the
I'm
most
adopted.
important-
How are you? How was your day?
Now, from an opinion standpoint,
I hated it. I hated it.
you were already talking about that. Again, I feel you have some level of homophobic.
No.
approach
It's
to
not.
it.
It's not homophobia.
But
There's
then
nothing.
again, this is your opinion, so you go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with gay people. I support gay. I have plenty of gay friends. I act really gay all the time.
It doesn't mean you all support them, though.
No, I support. I'm not saying that's why I support them. I do support them. That's not how I support them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do support them, and there's plenty of really cool gay people. Like Isaac, you're really cool.
I'm gonna kick your kneecaps in.
But what I didn't like about it was, oh, that's the window. I was like, okay. One, the father-son aspect, and this is like completely what's it called?
I feel like I was biased.
Biased, because it's the same thing. Like, this is a really like touchy topic, so I'm not gonna go into it. What?
Go ahead.
Is she listening to us?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Mwah.
The father-son aspect was a little.
Yeah, okay, so
Ah.
here's the thing.
It's definitely a preference.
Here's the bias around it. When we see a mom and a son, we're like, ooh, hot. Some, at least. Not everybody, obviously.
Hey, yo, what?
What?
That is a lot of.
No, because the whole, like, you know how popular the stepmom genre is?
Yeah, but I think that's
Yeah.
just because a lot of people like MILFs. But
No,
then,
that's what I'm
from that
saying.
perspective,
Not
you could just say.
Not as many people like DILFs.
You don't know
And it's
that.
just-
You're not in the DILF community. Well, you kind of are.
No, how? How am I? Why?
You are a DILF.
How am I a DILF? I'm not a DILF.
Continuing on.
How am I a DILF?
Well, another thing that, like,
No.
from a DILF perspective-
No. How am I? We're gonna go into like what is a DILF?
We're gonna stay-
How am I a DILF?
Join us next week for the
What?
whole topic regarding is Popish indeed a DILF?
Popish.
You call me by my real name. You shut the fuck up.
I did.
Now, is Popish indeed a DILF?
I said it.
That's something that Abigail's been asking.
Who's Abigail?
Judy's been
Who's
asking.
Judah?
Especially Nick. Nick's been asking. Hi, Nick.
When has Nick asked if I was a DILF?
The most prevalent question on the matter.
Why
is
aren't you
regarding-
answering me?
Most prevalent question is regarding the current sauce we're reviewing. It's 324815, right?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I forgot. I tried to forget the numbers right after I read it. I tried to just forget it existed, and it didn't work. But
I'm gonna go into my personal opinion.
wait, I wasn't done though. But you go. You
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Finish.
No, you go.
This is not working.
We have to
Finish,
see.
or else I'm gonna grab the boxing gloves.
We have to see other people, Isaac. Okay, I'll finish.
Finish your opinion.
I'm gonna finish on your face. I'm sorry.
Finish.
Okay. What was
Your
I talking?
opinion.
What was I talking about?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, DILFs. Okay. So it's that whole thing. Like, it's the same thing with like rape and reverse rape. They're both terrible. Okay, that's the end of it. They're both terrible. But okay. The reason. So it was that father-son aspect, that biased father-son aspect.
Your bias.
My bias. I also hate cheating. I hate it. I hate it
Dude,
so much.
Pretty much all of our listeners are probably gonna hate you. Don't worry about that. But we
Yeah.
want to hear why you don't like the sauce. If you were able to remove the factors that it was DILF and cheating, how would you feel about it?
I still wouldn't.
If you could block those
I wouldn't-
faces,
I wouldn't say it was bad, but I wouldn't nut to it because I'm not gay. If I was gay, I'd nut to it.
You also don't like big body people. I do know that as well.
No,
Like, you don't
I'm not.
like-
I'm not into like fat people. Not.
He wasn't really fat, but his curves were definitely prevalent.
He was muscular, and I don't mind a muscular woman.
But he was like steroid.
He was steroid.
Yeah, he was like Joe Frazier,
unrealistic.
Mike Tyson.
No, he was like a fantasy orc. If the orc was like really muscular, and
Join us in week 4 for
and
orcs.
it was a dude, and it was not an orc. He's like an orc, but if orcs weren't an orc,
That's valid.
you know? Yeah. So
Me personally, I didn't mind the fact that it was a man. I'm not gay, but just from a personal standpoint, I don't really mind that it's a fact. It's
but
a
would
man
you nut
and a
to
man.
it?
Huh?
Would you nut to it, like in your free time?
It didn't have any positions that I like, so no.
If it
But-
did, and they were still men, would you nut to it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But then again, I'd say people nut to a lot worse stuff. We're honestly going to
Oh,
say
yeah.
Lolicon is worse than
Ye-
2 adult men.
I'd say lolicon is much
Definitely
worse.
worse.
Much worse.
So,
I have a friend who likes it, and I constantly want to strangle him.
right.
You know?
But join us in week 7 for Lolicons. Now,
How many weeks do we have?
lots, bro. This show is going to get
We already
loud.
have like 20 ideas that we want to do.
Anyways, but another thing that I would mention was just the overall creativity with it. I've never ran into previous houses like that. That's a fault on my part. Because,
Oh.
hold on, I don't have any diversity in that category. That was my first time seeing a big body man. Like,
Really?
with another, well, no, big body man with another man.
Okay, yeah.
Because I've
'Cause
never
I've seen plenty of big-bodied men.
Have you seen a peg job before?
I have actually. So
Okay, but would you say that you are advanced in that topic?
God no.
Well, then,
God,
that's
no.
a fault on our part.
Yeah.
That we should have accounted for when going into
Are you
this.
saying that we should have read more saucies with big-bodied men on men with big pecs?
You can't judge a flip if you've never seen previous flips before. You can't honestly judge, like the Olympic people, if you just had Kyle from the 7th grade who's never seen a proper backflip done before and he gives it a 2, I wonder why. It's because he's never seen an actual legit flip before. In that
He's
same
like, oh, I
likeness.
can do better.
Like in that same likeness, I haven't seen a lot of big body men, but I have seen quite a few, and I thought that that one was relatively good by my standards. The sizes were all maintained the same. Like you saw this big bulky man, and you're like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's probably gonna lose size as they do the art in order to make it fit onto the
I
screen.
didn't think that for a second.
But no, but they actually maintain it. Like, have you ever noticed that? Sometimes whenever
Yeah,
people do
no,
a sauce,
yeah.
they'll make these people look all small, but then they actually look big up close, or vice versa.
Especially with orcs.
Right? Yes, especially. Like they have these like no offense, but these
Yeah.
big, giant, massive ass cocks. But then they don't actually fit them properly. It's like they have to make them smaller.
Yeah, no, it's like
That's lazy.
It's like they're the size of the person, and then but when there is actually insertion,
it's like a 7-inch. You know, like
yeah, you know, a casual 7-inch.
So
I
whenever
say
I
that like
realized
7
that
inches
this
is
author,
normal.
right? Whenever I realized that this author had stayed true to the sizes that they initially agreed upon in the beginning,
Well,
I did appreciate that.
I agree that conventionally it is not a bad sauce. That is obvious.
And then if you go to opinion based, obviously you have your opinion, I have my opinion.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't say my opinion of it is legit. You know, like if
Yeah.
it was on a tier
no,
list, I'd give it a
have,
C. Like
I don't
it's-
have a lot of experience in that
right.
genre.
It's definitely
so
not a D.
my,
It's definitely not an F.
You know, I'm not a professional like big man tit peck raider. So don't take my word for it. You know, if you like that stuff, you like that stuff. But on a personal level, I would not smack it to that. You know.
That's valid. Like for me, I'd say it's C tier because I don't think it's deserving of D tier
Yeah.
or F tier.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
I-
also not deserving of B tier or A tier. Like it's just it's
I
there.
agree with that.
It's there.
I agree with that.
Like if I was scrolling and I saw it again, I'd scroll a little bit further. Like I'd check it like how the view's looking,
Ye-
and then I'd scroll again just to see.
Yeah, and also one thing I did do though, as deep as my research went, was I looked at what some other stuff that the artist worked on, and another personal reason I don't or didn't like it was I saw that the person made some My Hero Academia stuff.
They either do really good or really bad with that. There's like no in between.
It was not good.
How are we looking on time?
I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. Like,
Let me check.
uh,
Nick, how are we looking on time?
Nick's
yeah,
not
let me
here.
see. We're at 20 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, we're fine. But yeah, like, and the My Hero Academia, it was.
We're not talking about My Hero Academia.
I know. I'm just saying, like, usually, My Hero. I've actually been watching My Hero Academia. It's a pretty good anime. When it's just an anime, it's good. But the
I feel like a lot of the sauce can be a little too kinky.
because they're all underage.
I don't even care about that. I've seen some where they accelerate their age. It's just a matter of they're a little too creative. They are far too creative.
Yeah, no.
You know, anime where they have been so creative with quirks and abilities, they are very creative with where the holes are going to be. Like those balls on Manetta's head, dude.
What?
Those,
No!
You can... Never
No!
mind.
No!
Yes.
Actually?
Femme Manetta. That's what they call them. Femme Manetta.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, you've seen a lot worse.
I didn't-
You've read 177013 from front to back, and you're worried about this? They
Well-
killed a woman, and you're worried about that. It's consensual. They killed a woman.
I'm just
Back to the other sauce.
But they're sticky. Wouldn't that hurt?
Lube.
No, but they're like super sticky.
So's an asshole. Lube.
Are you saying that an asshole has the same amount of stick as a superpower that's meant to stick?
Some assholes, like Puerto Rican girls, oh.
How do you what? What?
But
How do you know what the inside of a Puerto Rican girl's asshole feels like?
all in all, I would say
The
that...
poor girl.
Back on topic.
Lady Nagan.
Lady who?
Lady Nagan.
Who's that?
She's a lady that her quirk is she turns her arm into a gun made out of flesh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking about the Vine lady instead. Yeah, but what about her?
She's of age, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's
Yeah.
like 24.
I've never like seen any sauce
Mount
of
Lady, she's also of age. Who else?
Who?
Mount Lady, you know that?
Mount-
The tall chick.
Wasn't that a student?
Huh?
Wasn't that a student?
That's a teacher, homie.
That's a teacher?
She's beyond. She's a professional.
Oh, but people only make vor of her.
They don't. Well,
It's
they
probably
only make
out
a
there.
little bit.
It's probably out there.
Who else? That one chick who she has the gas. She's like the dominatrix. I forgot her name. Midnight.
What?
Midnight.
Who?
Glasses. Black
Who?
hair. You did not watch My Hero Academia.
I haven't finished it.
Dude, it's like the 7th episode.
What?
We'll talk about this later.
Wait, what does
You
she
want
do?
to go back to opinions?
What? What does she do?
She has the quirk where like it's gas. You should know this, man.
Gas? What
She
gas?
knocks people out.
Oh, yeah. That was a student. That's not a teacher.
No, she's a teacher. You did not follow. Did you watch on sub or dub again?
It's been months.
That's not a valid excuse.
No, it's been months.
It's also been months since you've seen Hori Mia.
Well, yeah, but Hori.
What's Hori's full name?
Hori. It was Hori.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what about Mia?
Mia was Miyamura.
Yeah, see, you know his full name.
Well, that's because it was a good anime that I really enjoyed, okay? Not to say that My Hero Academia isn't good, but it's just that Hori Mia was like really good. Like that, it's probably my favorite anime ever. That's why I remember stuff from it.
Join us in week 10 for Hori Mia.
We should actually talk about Hori Mia.
Yeah, of course you want to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want to talk about, like, actually considering whether or not DILFs could be a good genre.
I'm not. No, like that's completely opinion based. Like, I don't enjoy it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad genre.
Yes, but doesn't mean you can't explore. Like, though you may not like it, doesn't mean you
Well,
can't
okay.
check on it from
I don't
time
mind
to time.
exploring, but I'm not gonna nut to it. You
Fair.
know.
Like, for me, I never used to like big breasts growing up. But then I went back to it.
What is
It's not
wrong?
that bad.
What is wrong with you? No, I'm kidding.
I worried that they would hurt the woman's back.
They do.
Like these big old Z cups. Are you kidding me? That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Like.
Bro, I
There
carried-
is too big. I agree with that.
You have students who carry like a 12-pound backpack all day and they have back problems. Then you have women who have like these massive 30-pound.
They're carrying like two babies, basically.
Yeah, these freaking beanbags. That's not.
Dude, pregnancy hurts. See, you know that? Pregnancy.
You didn't
hurts.
know that?
Pregnancy hurts, man.
You didn't know that?
Pregnancy hurts.
Yeah, but you didn't know that.
Pregnancy hurts.
Join us in week 12 for our talk about pregnancy.
I'm gonna have to write all these. I'm gonna have to rewatch all of this. I'm gonna
That's
have to
fine.
write it all down.
We're going to take a quick intermission. We'll be back at you again for...
We're taking an intermission.
Yeah, but what are we going to talk about for our second part?
What was it again?
The song? Or do you want to do...
I thought it was something else.
We'll be back at you. Thank you for watching.
So it was getting cold outside, and also the wind was making the audio sound terrible, which we should have thought of. But now we're in the bathroom.
You're not in here with me. I'm in here with you.
And I enjoy that.
Wait, I said that wrong. No, okay, I'm not in. You're not in.
You're not stuck in here with me. No, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck.
No. Other way around, because that's how I said it the first time. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
That's what I just said.
Who would overpower the other person in this situation?
I'm scared of you now.
No. I'm not trying to fight. I'm just like if we were to like really think about it.
Well, I
'Cause
have
you
my
do
legs.
wrestling,
I have
but I
my
don't-
legs up for one. So
True.
you're in the position to just punch me like straight into the wall right now,
True.
and I'm in the position to push.
But then you
forward.
would true. But then you would just get punched, roll, and you're up on your feet, and you would just take my ass down.
If I tried to roll, I would face plant because I have my legs like this.
Because statistically, if you were to charge me, you take probably one hit to the face, and then you would take my ass down in a hole, and I can't move my arms.
That's if I like can recover from the punch fast enough.
And if you can get over the fear of getting punched to get close enough to me to grab you.
Well, if it's an actual fight,
So
then
you're-
I'm not actually like I don't care about getting punched. But if we're just doing it recreationally,
Do you care about getting punched though?
recreationally,
No, in
yes.
an actual fight.
In an actual fight, no.
Well, then why don't we just have an actual fight whenever we
'Cause I-
box?
Because that's recreational. That's not an actual fight.
No, let's do an act like
Like it's
mindset.
like a self-defense kind of fight.
And let's
Like
do
an
it,
actual an actual serious fight.
I'll put on the
where
box.
your goal is to either incapacitate them or slit their throat.
Then I'll have my goal is incapacitate you, and you'll have to defend.
I don't want to do that. Though.
You're scary. All right.
Yeah.
What are we talking about for our second thing?
We haven't decided.
We pull out the list. Give me a minute, folks. I just had an idea for how the list could be shown. Like, what if it was just like this long ass piece of parchment? I pulled it out of my pocket. Oh, yes.
The only problem is we don't want them to know what's on the list.
For a second list, indeed.
We could talk about the grapist. You want to talk about the grapist?
No,
No.
not quite.
Not quite. Well,
Let's talk about the kid that died from a hickey.
Okay, let's talk about.
Indeed. All right, just a little bit of backstory.
I don't even
In
know.
about the year like 2009 or so, there was a boy. I don't think it's worth mentioning his race or whatnot, but he was about 18 in age, and his
It
girlfriend.
was a hate crime.
No, he was about 19. His girlfriend was 18, and on I believe it was a Tuesday, they were both making out with each
How
other.
did you know it was a Tuesday?
Huh?
How did you know it was a Tuesday?
I've reread it a lot of times. It's really hot. And what happened?
Death from hickey.
What happened was after they were making out, she went down on his neck a little bit and gave him, I think it was like 3 hickeys. One right here, and one right here.
I thought one was on his kidney.
On his
Or like something on his stomach.
no, right here. His carotid artery. That's probably what you're thinking about. Kidney, carotid. His carotid artery, for any anatomist out there, is a very vital part of your body that you have 2 of them, and they both carry a very important amount of blood to your brain. If it is injured, you will seriously suffer. So, on about Wednesday
Suffering
or
is
Thursday,
hot.
later that day, or I believe the next day, when the boy was having dinner, halfway through, he stood up, had a very bad seizure, and died just right there on the spot. 1 second, Mr. John, then I'll let you raise your hand. Put that shit down. Now,
Have you ever
He's
tried
just-
cocaine before? It's pretty good.
when they brought him to the hospital, they concluded that his carotid artery The hickey was so strong it had bent it outwards and clogged it. Right on, like, it just clogged it. So, the lack of blood to his brain caused him to have what is known as a brain, like a lack of blood related seizure. What the fuck? Now, this boy died at the age of 19 because of a hickey to his neck. Now, I don't know about you, Mr. John. I think hickeys are incredibly hot. But death because of one? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's not a bad way to go out if you ask me.
Yeah, but do you like hickeys?
Yeah. You just gotta be careful where you put them.
We're saying this in the bathroom. What are you sister gonna think about this?
Basically, my parents already think I'm gay.
She's
so.
like just listening to, what do you think about hickeys? Like,
Okay. I have a question.
it's worth noting to any listeners outside of the door that we are both clothed and straight. Well,
You don't have to be clothed or straight.
we're both clothed and one of us is straight. Amogus.
Who would
So-
have said anything about clothes?
The most important thing to notice right off the bat would be that he died in front of his family. That is a very traumatic thing for the rest of his family.
It's
I
kinda
think he
funny.
had two other siblings.
It's kinda
One of them was only about 8 years old, and homie just died having a seizure. Have you ever witnessed a seizure before, Mister?
I have, yeah.
All right. Well, seizures are incredibly disturbing to watch, especially if it's someone you actually care about.
Yeah.
Because of a hickey, I think that would ruin the kid's
Wait.
sex life, like forever. Honestly.
Or maybe they just be careful.
Mama, how did Edward die?
What if they were just
You know that thing me and your dad do?
Wait.
Wrestle? Yeah. Oh. That's traumatic for a kid.
No, but I have a question. If you knew that it popped out,
Mm-hmm.
could you push it back in?
It's a very
Theoretic-
important artery.
Theoretically, could you pop it back into place?
It didn't look like it was popped out of place because it was like
But
it's
like
one of
if
those
you-
things where
If you
even just a
if you-
minor nudge could.
If you felt it come out of place, like if you got the hickey and you felt something was wrong. Theoretically, if you knew that it popped out, could you pop it back in?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, don't just chill at home like this, because then you might jam it the other way, and then now you're fucked.
Or
That's
just
how you.
go to the doctor and be like, my thing popped out because I.
The trouble, in my opinion, lies in the fact that now a hickey is like a double-edged sword in my mind. Anytime,
Well, you just
if
gotta,
and
you just
when
gotta
I-
watch where you get the hickey. Like collarbone is like perfectly fine, but it's like
Yeah, but I want to stay on the neck, homie. Go big or go home.
well, you know.
I want to wear a turtleneck.
No, neck is fine. It's just right. Just avoid the whatever the thing was, and or like other places that are important. Like avoid the kidneys. You could probably do chest too, but it's like why would you do chest? Well, no, you can do chest. Back is fine as long as it's not lower back. You know, for kidneys and stuff. And I say chest is fine because your rib cage. You know,
Right.
You know,
The thighs even.
Yeah, yeah, definitely your thighs. I mean, if you're into it, you can give a hickey to the feet probably. You
To
know,
the cheek.
feet. There's
Oh.
probably nothing. There's nothing too important down there, right? Not like you have an Achilles tendon.
You know, like the natural thought of once you get a hickey is you have to cover it up.
Why?
If you got a hickey, well, just
Why?
because like if you're around your parents and they think that you're a religious single Puritan, you know.
I am.
And they see a hickey
I
on
am
your
a
nipple?
religious single Puritan. Well,
And then
actually,
it-
no. What's a Puritan?
I don't know. I just think the name sounds fucking weird.
I'm
But
single
and
and
they have-
religious.
okay, but if they saw a hickey on your neck and one on like your pec, they know that someone got into your clothes.
Well, but they don't know.
They got into your clothes.
But no.
A layer was removed.
A layer, yes.
Or a layer was moved. Like, even if they could just get into that layer. So
What if,
it
it's just,
automatically
what
applies.
if it's just neck?
They don't know that.
Fair enough.
Where's the evidence?
No, because here's my explanation.
They don't know that it was just that, is what I mean.
Would you get mad if I pushed you over?
Hmm?
Would you get mad if I pushed you over?
Would you get mad if I punched you right now?
Okay, fair enough.
So you were talking?
One of my friends, I won't name him.
Actually, go and push me over. I promise what happens. Here, wait.
Yeah,
I want
I'll do it. You gotta like.
Time to go.
There we go.
Alright, push me, go.
No, I'm gonna do it. You don't know when it's gonna happen.
No, I don't want to hurt my neck.
Then I'll tell you right before it happens.
Okay, just say like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So, your friend?
So one of my friends recently got a hickey.
Nice.
From a woman. We clarified it that it was a woman that
Right.
gave him the hickey. Because I've given my friends hickeys before, just kind of because it was funny. And
Oh, I need to mention, after you push me, I'm going to get up and punch you in the face. Your friend, Hickey?
so he got a hickey from a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on his neck. And it was like,
Obvious.
not only was it obvious, it was like blistering.
Blistering, like glaringly obvious?
Yes.
Like like purplish black.
Not even purplish black, it looked like it was a scab almost.
Oh, damn.
Like you could tell that whoever gave him, well, we know who, but whoever gave him that hickey, she knew how to give hickeys. So
Where was it? Like was it on his arteries?
it was, yeah, no,
Show
it was,
the audience.
it was like right along here.
Hella hair. Anyways, you were saying? I don't want this fucking. Move your legs.
It was violating.
Anyways, hickeys.
It's gone.
There's like a fucking bald spot.
It's gone.
Your
My
armpit.
pride and joy.
Your armpit has a cul-de-sac now. I can just imagine your armpit having a toupee. You like glue some of Chucker's hair on there.
I buzz cut my.
You go to work and he's like, Johnny, wearing a toupee. Yes, sir.
Dude, I want to like grow it out so it's super long.
Let me see.
it. No, no.
No, I'm trying to see what. Oh my gosh, you kind of can see it.
Actually,
I think so. There's this real thin spot right there.
is there a difference between them?
Well, there's 2 spots I could have yanked it from.
Oh,
Let
this
me
one.
see.
Is there a comparison?
Mm.
What does the audience think?
Yeah,
of
there
my
kind of is.
armpit?
No. I'm just gonna point.
Okay.
It's like right around there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Anyways,
Okay.
continue. Hickey, glaringly obvious.
It was glaringly obvious
Mm-hmm.
that that's literally it. I want to look. Okay.
You told me this long ass story just to flex that your friend got a hickey.
No. So this hickey, right?
What was it again?
It was a hickey. It was right along here.
Okay.
That's literally it. It's just my friend got a hickey.
So you just did this story to flex on us about your friend who got a hickey?
No, I did this story to tell you that this one, that he got a hickey. I need to learn. I'm really bad at hickeys. I should like learn how to.
We'll practice with Nick later, but
No, Nick,
like,
Nick won't let
have
me.
you ever- he'll let me though. Have you ever tried
Mm.
like? You know how like fetishes develop from like things that happened in your childhood
Yeah.
that are like, hey, that was pretty cool, and then you like grow up and you're like, hey, this reminds me of something. It's like trying pudding that you tried whenever you were younger, and the pudding
Where are
tasted
you going
really good.
with this?
I'm going with this is what's the opposite of that? Trauma, right? The same way, like
I never thought about that.
Yeah, the same way you personally won't
fetishes
like
are just
something.
reverse traumas.
The same way you purposefully won't like something because something happened to you bad in the past. I personally don't like skinny people because there was this lady who was my substitute for a while, and she was very bony and skinny, and she also was very verbally aggressive and mean to me, and I didn't like it. And physically though,
Do you like me?
Hmm?
Do you like me?
but I like thicker people now
Do
because
you like me?
I like thicker
Do
people
you
now
like me?
because they're a little bit more like
Do you like
chubby and grabby.
me?
Me? Is that
Do
what you're saying?
you like me? Cause I'm thick.
But but so I think that now think about it. Think about this. Put yourself in the perspective of being a 9-year-old. You're still very vulnerable. Your brother just died. How did he die, John? Crap. How did he die? Well,
So you're saying there's a chance that his siblings are going to be either aroused by hickeys, which is I don't blame them. Aroused by the
no, I
chance
think it's
of
the
dying
opposite.
from
You're
a
going to be
hickey.
terrified of them.
So you're saying trauma.
Right. Like, for example, if you have trauma with a cat scratching your arm whenever you were 4 years old.
There's a chance that it won't be.
There's a chance it won't be, and they're gonna be attracted to something that they killed their brother, which is a very cruel twist of fate. But there's also a chance.
I mean, it's pretty funny though.
It is pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, baby, suck my neck. Did your brother die? Suck it. Oh.
Somebody's gonna walk by, and they're not.
Their parents are just like seeing the younger sibling have like a fat ass hickey on their neck, like, you son of a bitch.
Family dinner.
It's like the one thing they absolutely hate is hickeys, just because the previous brother got it. He messed it up for everyone, you know? You know, like the one sibling does something wrong and now no one else can do it. He messed up hickeys for that family. That selfish jerk. Should've just gotten ahead instead. But
what would a hickey on your penis do? I feel like that would just
painful, that's what it would be.
Yeah, I feel like that just hurts.
Like, yeah. Like, unless you were into that.
Some people are.
If it was on, like, the base, like, or just, like, around the thighs, that'd be okay.
Yeah. Or, like, when they do your...
But I can't imagine that even having pleasure. Or even, like, just, like, on the ball sack, you know?
Oh, ow.
No, not where, like, you could actually, just the flesh around it.
Yeah, or just, like...
Or just the sack, but not the actual ball.
Yeah.
Alright, but... what else to mention? Yeah, so I think that those children would also probably be a little bit traumatized. Is that vibrating?
No, it sucks. It's supposed to suck in pimples.
I don't want to try it now. Have you tried it ever before?
Huh? I have my own. I have a different one. This is my sister's. What do you think will happen if I put it up my nose?
Let's try it with yours, not hers. No!
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Keep talking now.
Oh yeah, but I think those kids would probably be traumatized by hickeys, which in my opinion is that's a cruel thing to be traumatized, dude. Let's see what happens.
Whoa, what's
It's gonna like suck your nose. It sucks out pimples, right? Is the suction
why is
strong?
it vibrating? Yeah, this is its first one.
Alright, what's the second one? Is it stronger? Ooh, that is kind of strong. Ew, there's still pimple juice in there, cuz. You didn't clean it.
It's still pimple juice.
What is that white stuff?
That's blood.
Oh. Your blood is white.
That's blood.
Oh.
I did
what
clean
about-
this.
What about that white stuff? That's not a thing.
That's not pimple juice.
I just realized this is like a hickey machine. I can just imagine you like, oh. Just sucking out your pimples because you like the hickey. That'd be embarrassing to have your parents walk in on.
Yeah.
Parents already saw you doing Minecraft porn.
I was in like 5th grade.
Still, it happened.
It was 5th grade.
It still happened. I ain't never been caught for that.
I felt nothing.
This is a
Close
bad
your
idea.
eyes, close your eyes.
No, just up your nose. It was up your damn nose. It was up your. I'm gonna punch you. Oh, I can see. Oh, I like my eyes.
Are we done?
Oh, he died by hickeys. What's another worse way to die? Have you seen that one thing where
Buried
like
alive?
Huh?
Being buried alive would suck.
That would suck. Have you seen that one thing where the guy died by nutting like 98 times in one day?
It was 43. No, it was 42.
How the fuck do you know?
Yes.
What?
He was
Did
like
you
some-
look up? Most times nutting. Woo! Like,
No, it was this Asian dude in Japan.
it's always some dude in Japan. Tell me more.
Okay, so it was this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he nutted 42 times and died of malnutrition.
Was he healthy beforehand?
I think he was a recluse.
Most time I've done it in one day is like 9 times. What about you?
Anywhere between 9 and 15, I think, is my most in one day. You already know this.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't. Can you repeat that again?
It's no different than you. You said
You heard it here first, folks. 15 times!
I said 9 to 15.
And just think,
anywhere between
that's
there.
like a third of what that dude in Japan did.
Well, yeah, but
How long did it take you to go 15 times?
Probably like at least 4 hours.
4 hours. That means it took that dude at least 12 hours. Well, no. What's 4 times 3?
Well, those were quick shots.
How do you know he wasn't a quick shot?
Oh, you're right. He's Asian.
That was good. But 12 hours, that is a minute. Or
I'm not racist. Usually.
everyone's a little bit racist. Join us for week 13 where we talk about racism.
Are we allowed to talk about racism?
Yeah, man. What are they gonna do? Tell?
You're right.
The wise words of Arnold Schwarzenegger from Kindergarten Cop. What are you going to do? Tell?
You're racist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Also a minority, so it's
Yeah.
like a double-edged sword.
Oh yeah, you're.
It's like being a black cop. It's like,
I'm,
come on, man.
I'm not allowed to be racist. I'm white.
Black police officer. That's another thing. Join us for week 15 whenever we talk about paradoxes. Paradox is actually kind of a multiple episode thing.
We should talk about paradoxes. 3, 2,
1.
oh!
The moan was intentional. Stand up.
No, wait.